Some movements begin with power, others begin with pain. Zainab Salbi's began with both. Born in 1969 in Baghdad, she grew up surrounded by privilege. Her father was a pilot for Saddam Hussein, but privilege did not protect her from trauma. At just 19 years old, she was forced into an abusive marriage, an experience that would shape the rest of her life. After escaping that marriage, Zainab immigrated to the United States, carrying with her not only survival, but a growing awareness of how war devastates women long after the headlines fade. In 1993, at the age of 23, she co-founded Women for Women International. The mission was simple and radical: help women survive war and rebuild their lives. Women for Women International provides direct financial support, education, rights awareness, and vocational training to women in conflict zones. Its programs have operated in countries including Iraq, Bosnia, Rwanda, Afghanistan, and the Congo. These impacts are documented. Hundreds of thousands of women have passed through its programs. This is not myth, it is measurable humanitarian work, but balance matters. Humanitarian organizations operate within complex realities. They do not end wars, they cannot undo trauma overnight, and they often face criticism about scale, sustainability, and the limits of aid itself. Women for Women International does not claim to save anyone. Its stated goal has always been empowerment, not rescue. That distinction matters. Real change is really dramatic, but it is enduring. Zainab Salbi herself stepped away from day-to-day leadership in 2013, acknowledging that movements must evolve beyond their founders. She later focused on writing, speaking, and broader conversations around trauma, resilience, and the cost of violence. Her story is not one of perfection, but of transformation. Critically, Salbi has never claimed her experience represents all women in war. She has repeatedly emphasized that solutions must be local, culturally informed, and led by the women themselves. This humility is part of what distinguishes her work from savior narratives. Zainab Salbi did not end conflict. She did not erase suffering. What she did was create a structure where women could reclaim agency in places where agency had been stripped away. That impact is real, even if it is incomplete. Zainab Salbi's legacy is not about heroism, it's about endurance, about listening instead of leading, about support instead of spectacle. In a world shaped by violence, she chose to invest in the quiet work of rebuilding lives. And sometimes, that is the most radical act of all.